Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we'll learn how to play Rape Me by Nirvana. So, crazy title, I know, but it's a great song, and I'm getting a lot of requests for it lately. So it's a pretty easy one too. So let's get to it. First off, we are tuned down a half step. So make sure you got your guitar tuned down, every string down a half step. I'll have the notes, if you don't know what that is, in the description of the video. So you'll see that written out there. All right, so let's start here. We basically have two chord progressions to learn. That's it. But they're played different. One of them is played multiple kind of different ways with the picking hand. So let's talk about first when he enters here with the main riff on a clean tone. So we have the same thing I just played, but it's just this now. All right, so what's going on there? We're basically going to have this A chord. Now, how Kurt Cobain actually fingers this stuff is he has his own unique way of doing stuff. He'll kind of play this chord like this, and then when he goes to the C, he'll do the full bar, kind of the typical way of doing it. And then when he goes to the E, really basically a power chord, he plays it with two fingers instead of just one. The reason he really likes to do that because he wants to mute that G string with the bottom of the middle finger. So that's muting that so he can just strum across all of them and you don't have that G string in there making it an E minor chord. When you take that G out, it's just a big open E power chord. And then he goes to the G, and this is a typical G chord that you'll see with the open that you learned pretty much your first day of guitar. So this is the version with the open B string. So we have 3rd fret on the high E there, 3rd fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the A. So let me go through these 4 chords slowly again. We're going to start with just this. It's really an A major whenever he completes it. He likes to play it as an A. You'll hear that B string in there every once in a while. He doesn't focus on that string though. So, and once again, he plays it kind of like this. But you can just do it with one finger if you want. It's just the open A and then the 2nd fret across the D, G, and B strings. That B string note you want to kind of not really let kind of focus on that. It's mostly the power chord that is what he's aiming for. All right, then we go to the C major chord. Now, a lot of time he's just aiming for the bottom 3 strings here too, but he'll hit that B string from time to time. So that's the 3rd fret there on the A string, and then barring across the 5th fret on the B, G, and the D. Then we have that E power chord that we were talking about before, and then we go to that G. No, we just mentioned. Now, the rhythm he's doing there is pretty aggressive. Now, so first practice just those chords. All right, and then when you do the rhythm, the idea with here is you want to keep momentum going in the right hand without stopping. So you can see my hand is still moving, and then I do the 16th notes there with just down, up, down, up, down, up. It slows down there on the 3rd chord, and then on the 4th chord, he's back into doing the 16th notes. All right, now when he goes to the picking section of it, when the vocals come in, it's a pretty basic thing. You're holding the same chords, and he's doing kind of an erratic pattern. It's not very consistent. So it's just you're arpeggiating the notes, which means you're just hitting each string one at a time, but you're letting the whole chord ring. So the first chord is kind of more of just hitting the low couple of strings and then hitting one note on top. And then when you get to the second chord, it's 1, 2, 3. So you kind of pick across the chord. And And how it basically works is he picks from the 5th string, the 4th, and then the top 2 string, the G and the B string together. And then the same process on the next 2 chords, just kind of you just basically hit the low note and then kind of 1 stroke on the top, and then we have the G, and he kind of picked from really he's picking from the 6th string, the D, and G, and then, so it's 3 there. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right. So obviously this is the exact same riff when we were doing the strumming version of it, when they kick in the distortion. So I'll kick in some distortion here, and you can just hear that same rhythm that we did earlier. Just will make a note, when he's going into the distortion a lot, he'll do a big slide up the 6th string like. So that's all that's going on there, is just move up and down the 6th string with 1 finger. So just kind of get into the groove of it there. All right, so there's only one other section to learn. The bridge section sounds like this. All right, so that's that power chord / major chord here at the 4th fret now instead of the 3rd. Right? He's really focusing on, once again, the 5th string, 4th, and 3rd together. Then to the A power chord. And then we have this little riff there, which is 3, 2, then 1, 0. And repeat. From there, we go to the power chord at the 1st fret off the low E string. He likes to play it like this. You can just play it with these 2 fingers if you want. 1st fret on the low E, 3rd on the A and the D. Then up to, move everything up 2 frets. Then back to that E power chord, which he plays like this. All right, then it just goes back to the exact same main riff before, through clean tone and then distortion, but nothing really changes. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for guitarlessons365.com.